Welcome to a new series I'm starting on this channel, and hopefully this isn't the first and last time I'm doing a video like this. Sorry in advance if I sound terrible and awkward. The idea is to make a low-effort, hardly edited digital diary as I grow and attempt to reach my lofty goals of becoming a published comic author one day. Maybe along the way I'll meet some interesting people on YouTube, inspire some others, and maybe be held accountable by strangers on the internet. Who knows? But first off, hi, I'm Joe. What you're seeing right now is me drawing a bunch of Mr. Muse from The World Ends With You, which is one of my favorite games of all time, while I'm getting used to drawing on my drawing tablet again. For the past few years, I've been drawing on my laptop while lounging on the couch or in bed. Very chill, but not very productive. Recently, I wanted to make a more serious attempt at handling my drawing by doing it in my office space where it's easier to focus and to cut out distractions. I've used Clip Studio Paint on my laptop before, but I also recently got it on my computer, so I'm testing out brushes, fixing the pen pressure, recalibrating things, yada yada yada. So if you see a bunch of scribbles, that's the reason why. So, a little about myself. I consider myself an artist, a comic author, and all-around hopeless optimist when it comes to making a living from art. I've been drawing since forever, but really started taking digital art seriously around 2008. While I was at university studying something completely different to what I ended up doing for a living, I fell in love with comics. I grew up a lot during my time at uni and experienced things like webcomics, DeviantArt, and not just YouTube but YouTubers, and the greater internet collective. It was also during this time I started writing, developing, and drawing my own webcomic called Whitespace. Looking at the art from 2010 now, damn, is it dated. But I can't bring myself to cringe at it too hard. I was so damn proud, and even though uploads were slow, I managed to get pages out at a steady pace. Over the years, the art got better, and my writing got better. I learned more about storytelling and character development. I managed to run a Patreon for the comic for a good stretch. I didn't make enough to consider making it my full-time gig, but I had some die-hard supporters, and some of them still hanging around, waiting for another update. In which case, guys, I am so sorry. Eventually, life happened. And maybe I'll get into the details of that absolute cock show that time of my life was. But anyway, I had to close the Patreon down and focus on making more consistent income. That was about 6 or 7 years ago now. I strapped in and made money during that time. My partner and I moved to a wonderful location in my home country, got a handful of pets, rented a lot, cried a lot, got better. We even had a kid. All this to say, our days were busy. I've made a decent income from my current job, but the other day I thought to myself, do I really want to be in the same spot 5 years from now? 10? It was also around this time I found a lot of inspiring videos to reignite some passion in me. Mainly the video My Younger Self Needed by Manu Mercurial. Pursuing Art at 35 by Zephyr, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And For Those Feeling Behind in Life by Jason Poon. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I highly recommend these if you're either feeling stuck, need some advice, or if you're from an older generation and feel like you aren't living up to your full potential. I want to make comics. I always have. I want to continue Whitespace, develop and write other stories, explore different genres. I want to share my work, get published, make a name, even if it's a small one. And if I'm lucky, make enough to make it my full-time gig, so that I don't need an excuse not to draw. And that's what led to this vlog, which I probably came up with a good name for it by the time this video gets uploaded. I guess we'll see. I want to share the work I've put in up until now in my comics, share updates on my current work and progress status, and what my future to-dos are. I've been working on some sequential pages of my comic I want to send to publishers, and I have ideas for one-shot comics and competitions I want to do. Other than that, I want to post more. I want to post speed paints, as well as maybe have tutorials if there's a demand for them. Honestly, I don't necessarily want to be YouTubers like Sam Does Art or Starfish Face, which are also great and inspiring channels, by the way, but more like use YouTube as a creative outlet while I work on my goals. And if this video is posted, then I already reached one goal on my list. Next goal is finishing off my pages of Whitespace to send to potential publishers, opening commissions, and there is this one comic competition called the Global Comic Wars I would like to enter. I'm currently redrawing or rebooting some old pages of White Space that I'll share soon, so if you're already a fan, I hope you look forward to it. Not saying it's gonna happen soon, because I still have a lot of responsibilities on top of my full-time job, but dang, it will be a video, eventually. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you for listening this far. And if you muted my voice, no worries. I hope you enjoyed watching me fight my tablet and clip studio while drawing a homicidal plush cat. Have a lacquer day, and remember to tip your artists.